Hello everyone, my name is Kayla Molson, and for my Cross Junior Leisure project, I participated in kickboxing. I've never done kickboxing before and I really wanted to try it out and see what it was like. So here's a little bit of history about my sport. It originated from Muay Thai. What is Muay Thai? Muay Thai is originated in Thailand and it is a huge part of their heritage and their history. It is still used there today and for hundreds of years. Muay Thai is used by warriors on the battleground as a method of self-defense. So before we had guns and all that stuff, they basically used a variation of kicks and punches to defend themselves. In the 1930s, Muay Thai became an official sport with strict rules and regulations. Kickboxing derived from Muay Thai in the 1970s, and ever since we have seen a rise of kickboxing in the US. Why has this sport been predominantly male? So before I started doing this project, I thought about what is something I would like to do that I know is predominantly male. For me, kickboxing was one of them because that's why I haven't participated in the past is because I always thought it was just for males and I was very self-conscious about it. Another reason is I thought about kickboxing is a contact sport. In our history, women were not allowed to participate in contact sports because they were considered too manly or just because it was a male sport and women were not allowed to do male things. It wasn't accepted by society for women to participate in male sports such as kickboxing and football or regular boxing or anything that considers you to contact others. Women also have most likely felt inferior to participate because of self-image issues or just the fact that boxing is considered quote-unquote too tough. Current issues. Today we see a rise in women's participation in kickboxing, such as women's competitive boxing, learning self-defense, and most commonly as a form of exercise. Throughout this project, I have seen that kickboxing is used mostly as a form of exercise of women, which I'll talk more about later. More women are stepping out of their comfort zone to try new sports such as kickboxing, which isn't as hard as boxing, but it's a step. A lot of facilities offer all-women classes. So facilities offering all-women classes, women feel more comfortable because they're with a group of others that are just like them. Relationship to class material. So I was thinking about how this project and kickboxing tie into what we've learned in class. Contact sports are traditionally for males. Just like in the movie Whip It, we see participating in women's rugby. This wasn't accepted by her mom, or society at that. It is evident that women are not accepted when it comes to playing hands-on sports. This was a big issue for me, being that in the movie, she was not allowed to participate in rugby because it was too tough and she shouldn't be doing that, and her mom just wanted her to participate in pageants. That's just like kickboxing. A lot of women don't participate in kickboxing because it's a contact sport. Gender stereotypes. We associate males to sports and power to men and cooking and cleaning with women. This is just like the "excuse me while I explode" is a perfect example of what women are viewed as in society. So men necessarily do all the career and money aspects and provide for the family, whereas women are the stay-at-home moms that are cooking, cleaning, and doing everything in the home. Women were never really given the chance to go out and explore different activities. Participation. When I think about why I have never done this activity, a few things come to mind. The first being that I was too nervous because I didn't want to be the only girl participating in the class. The second one is self-image. We learned that a lot of women don't participate in activities because of their self-image. I never thought I was one, but when I first signed up to go to the first class, I was so worried what everyone was going to think of me. I never realized that self-image had a lot to play into before I started actually taking kickboxing. My experience. I tried 2 different classes at 2 different completely places. The first one was dance company in downtown Hayward. The second one was at a local soccer gym that also has kickboxing classes as well, called Futsal Republic. I will talk a little bit about the differences between these two sports, or between these two places. Dance company was mostly women I felt fun, energetic, and it made me feel good. It was hard, but the instructor made it fun and always told us to go at our own speed. I never felt like anyone was judging me or that I had to look good for anybody. It was just very at your own pace, and I felt okay there. We learned basic kicks and punches such as a jab, cross, hooks, roundhouse, side kicks, and different combinations. Whereas at futsal, I was the only girl in the class. I automatically felt awkward and out of place. It was very fast and non-stop. The teacher didn't give us breaks, and he just wanted us to go really, really fast. And someone not being used to that, it was very awkward. We also learned kicks and punches, but he made us do a lot of combos. Being that I have never done that before, it was very hard. Challenges. Some moves were really hard, and I wasn't able to do them, such as kicking. I have a bad hip, so some of them were hard to do. At dance company, that was okay, but at futsal, I felt like he was judging me and I had to keep pushing through it. Being the only woman at futsal was very weird. I felt really uncomfortable. Getting up and going to the first class. Now that was hard. I never realized that self-image played a big part into it. Being one of the bigger girls, I've always been confident in myself, but actually going to that very first kickboxing class was hard. What did I learn? I learned a lot of different punches, such as jabs, hooks, cross punches, and uppercuts. I also learned kicks, such as a front kick, side kick, and roundhouse. I also found out that futsal was a little bit tougher and harder, and Danceco was fun and energetic. The biggest thing I think I learned in this project was to never let your self-image get the best of you. You should always go out there and try new things, even if you don't feel comfortable. Take your friend with you, take your buddy. That's what I did. I took my best friend, and we actually had a good time. And it's something I definitely want to keep participating in. It was very fun, very energetic. I loved going to dance company. The lady was really nice. She didn't mind at all that I brought my best friend with me or anything. And these are my references. Thank you for watching.